The most worrying thing is that we don't know what a Corbyn government means for the British Jewish community.
The idea of Jeremy Corbyn coming to power makes me extremely nervous about the safety of myself and my friends and family.
He has spent 30-odd years on the sidelines of British politics, on the hard left, associating with people who hold anti-Semitic views, and they've trickled down into his thinking.
I'm Sarah Gibbs, I'm Jewish.
I'm Joel, I'm Jewish.
I'm Hannah, I'm Jewish.
I'm Noah, I'm Jewish.
I cut up my Labour membership card the day Jeremy Corbyn became leader.
And I'm petrified of the prospect of Jeremy Corbyn in number 10.
I quit the Labour Party because I believe them to be institutionally racist.
I think that I've always been extremely paranoid about having my Judaism on show in public. But as the situation in Israel becomes increasingly tense, and knowing Jeremy Corbyn's stance on Israel at the moment, that would make me even more worried to have things like my mug and my Star of David out on show, or to be walking to synagogue on a Saturday in full view of everybody else. That would make me incredibly, incredibly nervous.
I joined the Labour Party in 2016 because I was quite idealistic. I wanted to campaign on issues to do with the NHS, to do with austerity. I view the Labour Party now with fear, apprehension, worry. Having seen it from the inside and seen how hostile it is, seen the toxic cesspit of conspiracy theories and intolerance that it's become, I'm genuinely frightened if they were to take power and if Jeremy Corbyn and his allies would be controlling the main institutions of our democracy.
The issue of Israel-Palestine, which is very close to a lot of Jewish people's hearts, would become even more divisive, and the policies that he could enact could be worrying for people who need to access kosher food from Israel, for people whose families are from Israel. It could make life very difficult. I think the community and the way in which we exist in public life could become troublesome, and it might be difficult for Jewish people to be active and proud.
I think the main concern with his leadership is that now he is at the forefront of British politics. He has made no efforts to change his past or to change how he views things now. And I think one of my main concerns as part of the Jewish community of Prime Minister Corbyn is a Prime Minister who is completely deaf to the concerns of a marginalised community, because to not listen to the concerns of people shows how little he cares. And I think time and time again we see with Corbyn that there is absolutely no interest in learning, there is no interest in repenting, and we're at the stage now where it's far too late for his mealy worded apologies that we've seen time and time again.
We've seen elected officials and candidates harbour anti-Semitic views. We've seen the leadership express troubling anti-Semitic views. And so when all of that becomes institutionalised at a party level, what's to stop it from being institutionalised at a national level?
I'm as likely to support Jeremy Corbyn as I am to support Enoch Powell as Prime Minister.
So at this point in time, the party isn't doing anything to demonstrate any good faith towards the Jewish community at all, in my opinion. There are tokenistic gestures. On our holidays, Jeremy Corbyn might make a video, but in my opinion, it's tokenistic in order to distract from a wider issue and a wider institutional issue.
If he leads a racist party, he should not be number 10.
They would need to bring about an entire cultural change in the way Jews are treated, and they would need to do what they've not done so far, which was actually realise that they were wrong and that their entire approach to this issue has been wrong.
The Labour Party could win back the support of British Jews if it admitted that the problem was institutional, and if Corbyn stopped being leader, and if there were drastic changes in the governance of Labour and how it's managed anti-Semitism. The problem now goes way beyond what people say or what people do. The problem is within the structures of Labour. It is an institutionally racist party, and the only way it can ever get the trust of the Jewish community again is if they completely change everything about their processes.